Hello everyone, I'm streaming Bughouse World Championship in the open section. This is the group stage. Group B, we have Fide Masters, Zyxon, who is Firefly on Fix, and chickencrossroad. They're playing against KillerBeesOnAttack, who is J Killer on Fix, and TRUPLAYA. And this should be an interesting match because TRUPLAYA has a unique style. If I were chicken, I'd probably just take the bishop, but maybe he's looking at knight in. So a pawn is very good for chicken. Without the pawn, he needs to be a little concerned about this. Oh, I don't think he should have allowed that. Okay, but he has pawn up. I guess he's fine. Maybe we could just take all these dark squares. Eventually, knight out can guard some of these squares. Oh, how did he take that? Did he go back? Okay. Sack's there. I still think we want to take this bishop, maybe even queen in after that. Nope. He's keeping initiative. Maybe knight takes pawn. There was a queen trade forced on the other board, and that made it. So our score right now is 1-0, Favor and Chicken and Zyxon. If anyone wants to join me for a commentary, let me know. Right now, I'm in a voice call that no one else is in the BWC moderators area, or coordinators. But I can go somewhere else if someone else wants to join me in commentary. So let me know. TRUPLAYA has sacked. This is not looking good for J Killer. He's sacked his queen and he's under a massive attack. Even if Zyxon doesn't get any additional pieces, he has a good situation. Zyxon is slightly being attacked. He could always knight takes, rook over. Zyxon is down time though. So J Killer may be waiting for pieces. Yeah, that's such a good attack from Zyxon. So our score is 2-0, Favor and Chicken and Zyxon. TRUPLAYA's sack did not pay off. I think Chicken is pretty good defending against sacks, so I don't think sacking is necessarily the best strategy. So I'm not sure why we don't have a rematch yet, but our score is 2-0. KillerBeesOnAttack is the highest rated of these players right now. I think TRUPLAYA is a bit underrated. He was at high 1900s. It should be 2200. So if they've been playing a lot with each other, J Killer been getting maybe higher rated. Chicken, of course, always underrated. Zyxon, a little underrated. Probably should be 2600. So what is the holdup? I am following Zyxon, so the game should pop up as they come. I'll just throw a question mark in the chat. I don't know why they're not playing. Let me check the games tab. Make sure I'm not missing something. Let's see. Watch. Variants. Yeah, they're not playing right now. Maybe there's a communication problem in one of the teams. Oh, there's something in the group chat. Let's see it out. Okay, apparently they were seeking 2-0 to get the game going. Oh, Chicken is playing a TRUPLAYA variation in this knight f2. This isn't exactly what TRUPLAYA plays, but it's the motif. J-Killer doesn't seem to be moving. So I don't think that particular game will count. So J-Killer, or KillerBeesOnAttack having some computer problems. He's going to log out and log back in. They're going to seek again. So for those in chat who may not know, this is Bughouse. Bughouse is a chess variant played by 4 players in teams of 2. Whenever you capture a piece, you hand it to your partner, and you can make a normal chess move, or take any of the pieces in reserve, and place them on any empty square as a move. Checkmate or flag on either board ends the game. You can play on chess.com. Okay, here all 4 players are moving. That's good. My score is 2-0 right now. TRUPLAYA King E2. I think that's reasonable. But he's lost the bishop. J-Killer is defending. Can't take this bishop, or knight in, queen in will mate. Just slides over. The free pawn for Zyxon. Zyxon might play knight at d7. Make this king move more. I like this bishop move. It's nice. Attacks the queen and the knight. And like a pawn would be good if he tries to ignore it. Like if he plays knight takes. Okay. The queen is fallen. Oh, he's taking the knight instead. Not so sure about that one. Ooh, pawn is, or the bishop's going to be used instead of a pawn, but that wins a queen. Okay. So KillerBeesOnAttack still defending. Knight at d5 possibility for Zyxon, and we see it. Pawn wins queen. He's going to trade the queens. Why is he trading the queens? Okay, I guess pawn check. Oh, whoa, I don't like this queen move. Pawn check, rook takes, bishop takes. The knight in, probably mated. I think chicken missed mate there, but maybe I'm missing something myself. TRUPLAYA trying to win a queen. KillerBeesOnAttack. Still having some troubles here. If he takes this knight, then a rook mates him, which can be forced with queen at c1. If he takes the knight, then knight in check or queen in. I don't think well, yeah, I guess I don't see a queen necessarily coming. Okay, the rook did come though. Oh wow, that's really close to mate. That he can just take that, so that was nothing. KillerBeesOnAttack did not get mate, but they got a flag. And was chicken mated in one? I'm not sure whose move it was there. I'm sorry, it's TRUPLAYA mated in one. Okay. I think our score is 2-1. TRUPLAYA says rematch button don't work. Maybe one of the players is, well, no, if they were blocking, they couldn't get matches at all. I don't know. They've been seeking 2 minutes to try to make these games work. Zyxon says someone has been hitting new game instead of rematch. Now Chicken suggesting seeking 2L. Hey, Bughouse player. It is 2 minute, yeah. Should be 2 minute at least. Did they not start off at 2 minute? Honestly, I haven't been paying that much attention to the time. Hey, Kentson. Yep, this is 2-minute. Our score should be 2-1 favoring Chicken and Zyxon. Well, TruPlayer might be playing variation of the Blitz Bullet. That's a fork. I guess you could retreat the knight, but knight will be tempoed after that. Oh, that's a nice find. Pins the queen, wins the queen. KillerBeesOnAttack is attacking. He does need to watch out for this bishop sack, which is probably going to happen. Well, the bishop came here instead. That's clever. It guards some squares, attack and defend at the same time. Pawn is crushing for TruPlayer. Pawn wins. They are down time though. And Chicken has a bunch of things in hand. He doesn't even need to defend this immediately. He could drop pawns and... Now knight wins. Knight wins and pawn wins for TruPlayer. Knight check, king over, knight mate. Or pawn check. And if something lands here, you just take it. If something lands here, knight here mates. So pawn or knight mate. I think a rook might mate too. Maybe a rook doesn't mate. Rook plus pawn mates. Okay, TruPlayer is castled. He's down a massive amount of time. Down 20. How did he get down 20 seconds? I thought he was down 10 seconds before. I'm going to try to live, but now Chicken can clean up the mess. Oh, queen at pawn at b2 is maiden unless he gets a rook to defend. Even if he gets a rook and knight mates. Or even, I think even a second pawn would mate. So knight or pawn mates, but without a rook, he just has mate on the board. Pawn check, knight takes, queen takes is mate. All right, our score is 3-1, favoring Chicken and Zyxon. I hope I'm getting the score right because there was one aborted game there. Zyxon says something is so broken. Okay. So knight plus, oh, okay, never mind. TruPlayer defending, Chicken getting these rooks to the center of the board. Oh, this dark square attack is going to be pretty crushing. Oh, what's nice attack by TruPlayer. I think rook can take though. The Chicken does appear to be safe after all that. I mean, massive trades would kill him, but not that many trades are going to come. They're at 4 seconds, like pawn check, king up. If knight came plus queen, that would be helpful, but that much material is just not coming. After king takes, bishop mates. Bishop here mates no matter what, actually, because king down at all. Well, king down, I guess doesn't mate immediately, but that was the trend. TruPlayer says, why is he black? Not sure what he means. Chess.com doesn't necessarily alternate white and black. TruPlayer is suggesting they just play on fix, but they need to play on chess.com. Maybe hard. TruPlaya is complaining that he's white every game. I mean, it generally balances out. You can have a long run as black or a long run as white, but generally it balances out eventually. TruPlaya is accusing them of challenging such that he is always white. The thing with Bughouse is, in general, the colors balance out because, like, if you're black a bunch of times, then your partner's white a bunch of times. And it may be the case that your partner plays better with black and you play better with white or something like that, but for the most part, there's balance in the game. I think they keep seeking 2-0 to make the game start. The rematch button ought to work, but they're saying it's not working for them. Zyxon is going to try matching them directly, and he thinks maybe rematch will work after one direct match. Because they've got all their matches so far, all their games so far by seeking 2-0 in the pool and just being paired against one another. Here we go. TruPlaya is black. He's got to be very happy about that. I think he wants to be black because then his partner is white, and KillerBeesOnAttack is very aggressive, so likes attacking. I think TruPlaya is more a defender in general. Maybe knight will take this pawn twice. That knight takes twice, could draw the king out, but he's not going for that. It just gives up a knight for a pawn. Zyxon seems to have a fairly safe position. Eventually he might want to play c6 so that his king has some luft. I assume we're going to see knight takes knight. So chicken, like a pawn is crushing for chicken. Okay, now our rook mates for chicken. I don't think Zyxon can get a rook in the near future. Zyxon's king coming out to play. Oh, that is a rook, but it no longer mates. Oh, rook at e1 is going to be devastating. I guess it just trades a bunch. I thought if he put the rook before it was a little better, but maybe I'm missing something. Zyxon just running his king, letting the bishop cover these squares. Now knight checks could potentially be good. Bishop takes pawn, also interesting. Okay, drawing the king out, maybe knight in. Okay, he wants the knight to be able to take that pawn later, I guess. Okay. Zyxon taking a bunch of material. Chicken is attacking. This bishop doing a good job guarding Chicken's king. KillerBeesOnAttack has a lot of pieces in hand. Chicken has not many, but Chicken does have some of his existing pieces, which aren't very well developed. Ooh, mate in 2, so knight mates. But knight was unlikely to come. They were all in Zyxon's hands. He wasn't going to put them on the board. Okay, Chicken got mate. I think Zyxon had mate as well with queen in the corner pawn check. TruPlayer doesn't take the knight. New knight in at e3 is quite good. Now even you can move the knight and drop a pawn check to get some initiative. Whoa, okay. Queen is quite good. I don't know about that. You could move back here. What does that accomplish? Kind of going after the rook. I think there's going to be mate with knight check and then pawn or queen at g2. Chicken is just going for defense though. This queen could fall. And now the queen is guarded here. I think knight takes queen is reasonable, except that the queen mates his partner immediately. So that's a problem. If his partner was safe with a queen, knight takes would be a threat. He's got to save this queen. Not many squares for it. He could throw in a pawn check, but that doesn't accomplish much. It just helps chicken improve his position. Are these the only squares? This is covered, this is covered, this is covered, this is covered, this is covered. Yeah. Oh wait, this is covered too. I think that's the only square. It's kind of forced. Yeah, PKR, it's annoying that it doesn't alternate colors, but I mean, it's not as bad as in chess. That was my point. Queen forced, mates in one. There it is. So I think our score is 6-1 favoring chicken and Zyxon. But I may have one of those games miscategorized, I'm not sure, just because of the weird abort at one point. TruPlayer attacking. TruPlayer probably wants a knight. Knight plus pawn mates. They are up time. A knight is under attack. He moves back the knight, gives the queen instead, which I think is smart. It's a rook for his partner. Oh, a bit too late. Oh no, queen comes up. Rook in. Knight. Oh, the knight looks pretty good. What? I don't understand why he took that. That was kind of a weird move. I think Jekyll is bailing on his attack. Queen actually covers this square. So there's no smother mate. He could just potentially just stick a pawn in here to cut off the queen and attack it. Chicken is attacking. I think it's mate for chicken. Well, not quite mate. Almost mate. So a pawn, quite good for chicken. Chicken is up 3 seconds. Oh, whoa. Okay. And that's mate, because the knight still covers the rook. Now TruPlayer is saying he wants to play Firefly, which can't happen on chess.com. It's just based on the ratings. The TruPlayer says, yo, I want to play Firefly. Chicken can't tank. Zyxon says, not possible on this site, unfortunately. TruPlaya says, and so he plays me. You need to just keep playing the match. These are the rules. Score is 7-1. Favor and tricking his eyes on. First to 15. TruPlaya now playing a TruPlaya special here. Killer getting attacked. The fork. Just going for material instead of the immediate mate. That's a free, well, not free because the knight falls. He probably just takes the bishop actually. Keep his knight there safe. Yeah. Trades the queens. This defends, also attacks. Great placement of that bishop. If something lands on f4, he can take it with his knight. So chicken on initiative. Taking this rook looks disastrous. Just double check. Pretty tough for TruPlaya to defend here. There's a double sit going on. Killer also figuring out how to defend. And I don't think he can. Probably would just take this pawn. And if king takes bishop in, looks okay. But he moves over. That wins a queen. And they resign it. For 8-1. Favoring chicken's eyes on. And again, there might be one off in the other direction. Because of that weird abort. What's fire? Oh, sorry. Zyxon is Firefly. Zyxon was Firefly when he played on the free internet chess server. So I knew him for many years as Firefly. So TruPlaya sacks his queen to stop the checkmate on f7. Chicken has a pretty crushing attack. KillerBees is attacking. So we do see it working out better for them when KillerBees is white. He wants to cut off the bishop, which is defended. And chicken gets mate. Our score is 9-1, favor and chicken's eyes on. How does the calendar work? Stephen, Willie, someone has to look at the Google form to put it on the calendar. Is your match today or is it tomorrow? It's possible that Midnight Fox might be watching the stream right now, and he might go find it if he hears this. I'm not sure. But remind me at the end of the stream if you're still here, because I also have access to the Google form responses, so I could go check there. So KillerBees is attacking. His king seems reasonably safe. Okay, that vacates the square for a knight. So KillerBees just steps back. He gives up the queen for his attack. Another knight would be good. Knight check, new knight in. Bishop takes. Oh, no. Rook takes. That's a really nice move. Attacks the rook. Also attacks f7. Probably need to bring the rook back. He doesn't. The TruPlaya maybe has Rook check, king takes, take queen. Okay, he's just gonna take the queen straight up. This looks like Zyxon should have a mate here. Looks pretty crushing. Even just pawn check. Pawn check, if king takes, there's double check. If he doesn't take, just rook in the back. Oh, I like this knight move, because then if he goes over, there was knight there. Zyxon just cleaning up on defense. Might have been good to sack the bishop before that, but I guess the bishop's a good defender for now. So I was just playing snug. Queen is a good defender and attacker. Chicken is on attack, chicken mates. Score is 10-1, favoring chicken and Zyxon. Bishop takes pawn. Yep, gives up the queen for an attack here. I don't know about this bishop move. He gets to keep his knight and immediately attack the bishop. I think that was a mistake by J-Killer. J-Killer might go all in with like knight takes pawn, pawn in, something like that. Don't like this move. Once you take... Okay, he didn't even take it. Probably sack the queen here. Two rooks would be quite good for KillerBeesOnAttack attack. Rook at f8, rook at e8 would mate. But very unlikely to get two rooks. Eliminates the rook threat. It's Zyxon going on in hard now on attack. Threatening this mate. Other mate. The bishop guards this, also vacated a square for future knight check. J-Killer doing a good job defending. Maybe he takes the knight, not sure. Takes the knight, then knight at h6. I don't like that. Let Zyxon do that trade, but maybe it'll work out. Chicken trade in a bunch of material. Takes a queen. Two queens in hand and a knight. It's hard to imagine that Zyxon doesn't have a mate here. Queen in would be mate. But KillerBeesOnAttack attack also has a lot of material. If there's no mate, then it's going to be a win for KillerBeesOnAttack attack. I didn't quite see the mate at the end, but maybe it's just a matter of too much material. Stephen Willie says his match is today. So I see Practical Play and Neat Great Fire versus Stanky Leg and Big Milky Rudders at 7:15 Eastern. I can check the form real quick to see if I see anything else coming in. That's the last one I see for today. What's your oh, that one's yours. Yeah, that's already on the calendar. Chicken looks much better today than his recent form. Okay. Yeah, I said repeatedly with Chicken, he's just a phenomenal player, but very often nowadays he doesn't try as hard. So it seems like today he is trying. And when I say try as what? Okay, that was odd. Must have been a mouse slip there. Immediate resignation. So our score is 12-1, favoring chicken and Zyxon. When I say he doesn't try hard, like usually he's multitasking. He'll be like gambling at the same time as playing. Maybe knight check. Yep. That queen is in there. Rook is great. But even if we take, pawn gets in. A rook mates for true player. Don't see that happening. True player was trying to set up an attack. At least he's able to take the pawn there. Chicken trying to undermine the knights. I think a knight can just drop back. Oh, there's a queen in. Okay. Queen trade offered. Rook mates for chicken. This rook is a possibility to go for. Zyxon just gonna keep safe. Trying to cut off the bishop so we can take the knight. Do you take the knight first or the bishop first? Oh, neither one. That's spicy. Wants to promote the pawn. Rook mates two different ways here. He's attacking two different knights. I think pawn takes is worked out for chicken. King is pretty safe. I mean, this is guarded. There's not even like any rook shenanigans here because the bishop guard's here too. Although if you had a rook, that might deflect. Okay, now rook check. King takes, bishop takes. Then a knight would be good. You might just throw in queen check and then like pawn pawn, something like that. That's mate. Nice mate by true player. Our score now 12-2. Favoring chicken and Zyxon. It is first of 15. Maybe no stream. Did it just get added to the calendar? The practical play game, you mean? I saw the practical play game like 2 hours ago, something like that. But it was pretty recent. Like I already set up my stream title so I could just copy and paste it when it gets near that time. Okay, so what's going on here? True player, he wants probably a pawn for here, but knight at b5, not bad either. I think he values his attack though. He doesn't care about queens. Okay, he does take a queen though. His partner maybe likes queens. Okay, true player picks up a few pawns. I think he's just trying to feed his partner. His partner is a very aggressive attacker. Now pawn wins queen. Here's the pawn. I think he should have, instead of this, he should have played knight back, pawn in. But chicken still has a pretty nice attack. Oh well, he snags a rook. Should play running out of defenders. Pawns are quite good. Chicken is up some time. This is still defended. Maybe just castle. Okay, he brings back the bishop. So he can come in here. I guess that's his point. Battery up. Now queen mates. Rook also good. Zyxon probably not going to move until his partner either castles or checkmates. So 2 rooks mate. Rook plus knight could be good. The true player is defending. Hope this forces some trades. Zyxon probably gets the queen for his partner. The queen comes here, that's made immediately. Queen at c1. And they're up 3 seconds. So if rook takes, you have pawn takes and you're attacking 2 queens. If knight takes, he could just take the queen immediately, which he does. That's mate. Oh, knight mated Zyxon, so chicken couldn't knight e3. Okay, makes sense. Bishop would win a knight. I don't see these bishops coming now. This is a double sit. Bad strategy. Not sure why KillerBeesOnAttack is waiting. Like, things like this is how they get so down on time. Chicken playing a TRUPLAYA opening. Even if these pawns trade, knight guards queen. I'm just baffled why Killer isn't moving. Maybe he's having computer problems. He was waiting that whole time for a pawn. Okay, that's very weird. Being very aggressive here, but I think Zyxon completely fine. Even play king up. Or king over. King up a little better because then there wouldn't be a pin on the queen. He just gives up the rook to get a bit of attack. Now a knight is good for Zyxon. Queens are traded off. Queen at c7 would be a threat later. Great bishop move, attacks and defends. Then the knight comes in. So he could force a queen trade, or he could go for defense here. He goes for defense. Queen is still hit. TRUPLAYA still attacking. Pawn might drop to get the king out, but honestly the square is covered. Actually pawn drop and then bishop check might pick up the knight. This looks interesting for Killer. Knight check. Knight probably mates. Knight check to get the king away, and then queen at d8. So knight mates for KillerBeesOnAttack. Not anymore because he had to use the queen for defense. Zyxon's going to try to clean up this mess. Rook takes pawn. I think he's pretty safe now. KillerBeesOnAttack is safe too, but chicken is the one attacking. That's mate for chicken. So our score now 14-2. I believe this is match point, but my math may be wrong because, again, I may have misunderstood in whose favor that abort was. TRUPLAYA sacrifices a pawn, or 2 pawns, I guess, for some development. Bishop would win queen. Okay. I like what chicken is doing. He gets more pieces on the board, attacks the queen. Queens could trade. This rook at d2 doesn't quite work. 2 things defended. pawn here could be good. I think this king is safe enough as long as you have blockers. Although a knight might be a little bit annoying. Killer Bees up 2 seconds. Knight is quite good for him for attacking purposes. You could try to get in on the light squares instead. This queen drops for defense, guards a lot of squares. I think Zyxon reasonably safe now. Knight at e3 could have been interesting to pick up the rook before. Knight check, maybe? Pawn check, then knight in. Looks good to me. Knight at c4. Pawn check. Using the queen, okay. Probably even better. Yeah, since he had a rook in hand, that's mate. I think that's GG's. They're saying GG's, so my math was right. This was BWC, someone asked in the chat. Alright, so our final score, 15-2. Favoring Chicken and Zyxon. And they were playing a pretty strong team, so impressive that Chicken and Zyxon could score that high. Because J Killer is just a really aggressive, creative attacker. And TruPlaya very wily, hard to mate. Lots of matches this week. Will the brackets be close to fully played? I think there's a lot of matches that just won't happen, unfortunately. And after Sunday, we're going to have to look and see who hasn't played and make some decisions. But hopefully, many as possible. We can look at the brackets. I think the open section is in a lot better shape than the challenger section, even though the challengers play substantially less matches. So let's see, Group A. Let's see, one. I'm just trying to see how many matches have to be played yet in each group. Okay, I see 3 more matches from Katask and Jeffrey need to be played. 3, 2, 3. And then 2 more from some other teams. So 5 matches left in Group A. Group B has a ton of matches left. This is the first match that J Killer and TruPlaya have played. They need to play 4 more matches. Chicken and Zyxon need to play 3 more matches, so that's 7 matches already. And then let's see, then 1 more for Penguin and Wormpaka. That's 8. Yeah, I think 8 more matches for Group B. Group C is doing a pretty good job getting things done. Zarkov and 111 Michael, they are the problem. They have 4 matches yet to play. They have 4 matches, and then there is 1 more after that. So 5 matches left in Group C. Group D, there is 3 matches left. So Group D is doing best of all in the open section. And there are many more matches in the challenger section. I am overseeing part of the open section, so I'll have to make decisions on that. But I'm not monitoring the challenger section as closely. Challenger section, each team only had to play 3 matches. In open, they have to play 5 matches. So I guess we can check real quick, challenger. I think there's a lot that haven't been played. Well, actually, Group A, only 1 match left. Group B, there is a bunch left. Let's see. I think 2 matches. Well, it's not that much. 2 matches left in Group B. No, 3 matches left in Group B. 3 matches left in Group C. Group D has 2 matches left. Group E has 2 matches left. Group F has a ton of matches left. They have played practically none. Group G has a lot left to do. Group H has 3 matches left, but there's 1 team that has played none. So probably that team just is not going to play and will be forfeited. But we'll see. So yeah, a lot left to come. Looking in the calendar right now, I see 2 matches on the calendar from the challenger section and a lot more on the calendar from the open section. And I am monitoring chat from the open section, and there's a lot of chat going on. So I think people are trying to schedule their matches. Some just aren't going to be able to happen because there's some groups of 4 that have left things to this very last weekend, and there's a few people who are traveling and just are not available. So we're going to have to make judgment calls on those senses. Challenges isn't totally up to date. Okay, yes, probably there's some that have been submitted that haven't made it there yet. So in about 30 minutes, we have our next match, which is the challenger section, practical play and neat great fire versus Stanky O Leg and Big Milky Rudders. So I will cover that in a half an hour, but for now, we are going to find someone to raid. I'm open to suggestions. If you all have any suggestions, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll check the chess category. Oh, Christopher Edler beat Zordy yesterday. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, yesterday I was busy with work. Today there were 2 matches I was hoping to cover in the morning in the challenger section, but were they both challenger section? Yeah, they were both challenger section. Vladimir K and AHS versus Coffee Chess Jack James and Sloan was 1 match, and Michael Papp and Thura versus Zordy and VM leader Abyadaya. I wanted to cover both of those matches, but my power was on, but my internet was out. So we got a lot of storms here. So I was not able to cover them. I'm assuming they still happened, but I'm not certain about that. Alright, let's see who's streaming. Is Salty Clown on? I see an empty chair there. We'll check Lafong Hua. Just looking for people we recognize who are actually there. Tommy Fukin Shelby is streaming. That doesn't happen very often. We could just send you there for the memes. So let's see who's streaming what. Oh, Lafong is watching some drama, it looks like. Some drama with our friend Hans Niemann, who, by the way, is a great podcast player. Hey, May Jester. Let's send you to Lafong. Seems like he's doing interesting stuff there. Thanks everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you'll join me in a half an hour when we will have another match to cover. Have a good one, everyone. Bye, guys.